Hello everybody, Big Planes here, and today I have a lot to update you about on the 787 project, so we're going to dive right into all of the progress. So the first thing you're going to notice is it seems like more of a complete wing, or at least more than it was before, and yeah, I've been trying to actually get some headway or major physical headway in, because I'm still sort of in the planning stage a little bit, doing some trial and error, but generally I'm trying to get a lot of work done, and you could sort of see some techniques actually beginning to come into shape here. So this area here is mostly done. It's not quite done. It's still a little rough, but like I need to fill in some areas over here, some gaps here. But you can see the technique that I'm using there. And of course, the flaps back here still work just like before, so that's all great and everything. So, but what I did last time is I finally filled this in with white. So I think that looks pretty good. I mean, the idea here, and it's still not done, so if it looks a bit rough, well, it's not done, so be aware of that. But what I was originally going to do, or what most people would do in this circumstance, would be to use a plate like this, because that's the angle that this is at, and just stack them in like this. Now, of course, this isn't the exact angle, but they would put them in like that, and you'd use plates here. Now, I told you before that this plane needs to be incredibly modern, so no studs. So that's a major pain, because without allowing the use of wedge plates on these wings here, it's very difficult, because it very limits me to what I can use on the top. Now, it will look beautiful when it's done, but it's going to use a lot of very revolutionary techniques that I've never really used before, and that aren't used a lot in building Lego planes by really anybody. So what we've got going here is, this gets very complicated out here, but right here at this line, it doesn't look very clean because it's not done. This is where it's going to separate. So this section here, from here to here, that's one section. That's probably the largest section. Again, I'm trying to make this thing very portable so I can take it to conventions across the country. So yeah, this is one section here. This is all going to be one section here. And then the other outboard section of the wing, that'll be one section too. Now, some other stuff that you see going on down here, this is where I'm going to have all the electronical stuff, you know, all that stuff. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to put two battery boxes in here. I know that on the 747, which is right here, it runs through all its power in like 5 minutes if I run the engines at full. So I may, because I don't want to have to be switching the batteries out. And these little cables here, these are the brick stuff lights. So those lights run through here, out through here. They'll disconnect and disconnect here, so don't worry. And then you can see the end like right there. So yeah, I'm also going to be putting lights in here, so this will be quite fun. But something else that's interesting is, yeah, I may do two battery boxes, but I've also been looking into gearing down the motors. Now, I want to make them more efficient, so this is sort of what I've come up with for that. It's just sort of your standard gear ratio from large to small, and then back from large to small, which will make a slow rotation go a little faster. And my idea there is I can run the motors at low power, but yet still have the propeller spinning, or the fan blade spinning pretty fast. So I'm going to be looking more into that. I'm not sure if we'll have enough room in the engines to do that, but I will be definitely thinking about it. So out here, this is where it gets interesting, and a lot of geometry is involved here, and it's not fun, but you can see here that my idea here is to use bricks on their sides, right, on the top. And I've done the math, and this should fit exactly snug with these curved slopes. These are the 2x3 white curved slopes. These will be all on the leading edge. I may replace these with gray because that's what it had, or silver. But yeah, so these will be 2x3s, and these will be 2x4s, which are not fun to find. I think I've ranted about that enough on this channel. But yeah, so it'll look kind of like an airfoil. And like I said, I probably will replace these with a different kind of slope, because what we need is, this will sort of be fun here, I've also done the math for the bottom of the wing. So this is what the bottom is going to look like, kind of. The bottom will be completely white. These are just substitutes right now, these gray ones. Those will be white. But yeah, this is what the shape of the bottom's going to be like. This is supposed to be completely matched up here, like so. It's a little off because that's not quite centered either. But yeah, the flaps will be right here, and they'll be built in. And then the ailerons will be out here. And yeah, so that'll be interesting. But this is going to be tough because I need to match this perfectly with that, and these are temporary. These will be replaced in white. But when I do that, this will be all completely tiled off and smooth, and I'm not sure how I'm going to go about the wingtips yet, but I'm sure I'll pass that bridge when I get to it. But yeah, this will look very smooth. There won't be any studs showing, and we're getting really close to getting it to that point, and I'm pretty happy with it. And once I know the parts that I need for this wing, this is sort of a rough time, because I'm not sure what parts I need, so I keep changing it up. So that's why it's going so slow. But once I figure out what parts I need to do one wing, I can easily order the rest for the other. And the wings will be done. So that's going to be really fun. Something else that you notice here is that these engines are just sort of hanging out, the motors. Those are also wired in here, and those will be detachable. They come off right here. You can disconnect them from the body. You can see right here, one does not have a motor attached to it, and it's just a cable hanging out, so that's where they'll be detachable. And yeah, so the engines will also come off for transport as well. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the general headway. Again, it's very rough, but you can kind of see the techniques that I'm using with the bricks on top to eliminate the need for wedge plates, because with the wedge plates have studs on them, which doesn't look good on a plane that is supposed to be completely tiled. So that's all I really have for this video. The next update should have a lot more headway made than this, but I do think that there was enough in this update to warrant another update. And let me know what you think in the comments section below. And this project's coming along really well, and yeah, I'll let you know what happens on the next update. So that's all I really have for this video. Bye for now.